Tattoos have been a thing for thousands of years, whether as cultural symbols, personal milestones, or just pure self-expression. But ever stop to think why they last forever? Like, how do these inked masterpieces stay put while your skin constantly regenerates? Well, it's all thanks to a wild mix of art, history, and some cool science. Let's break it down. Tattoos are basically tiny works of art that stay with you forever. Well, mostly. And a big part of that magic comes down to the ink itself. The type of tattoo ink used can make or break how vibrant, long-lasting, and safe your design is. Ever wonder why tattoos don't just fade away like a pen mark on your skin? It all comes down to how the ink is placed and how your body reacts to it. When you get a tattoo, the needles don't just scratch the surface. They go deep into the dermis, which is the second layer of skin. Unlike your outer layer, epidermis, which is constantly shedding and renewing, the dermis is much more stable. That's why your tattoo sticks around instead of disappearing over time. The ink itself is made up of pigments that are too big for your body to easily get rid of. Your immune system will definitely try to break them down because technically your body sees tattoo ink as a foreign invader, but it's not very successful. White blood cells work to remove tiny particles, but since tattoo ink is made up of larger pigment molecules, most of it stays right where the artist put it. This is what gives tattoos their long-lasting effect. Though, over the years, some fading is natural. Not all inks are created equal though. High-quality inks keep their color strong and bold for years, while cheaper ones might fade, blur, or even change color over time. That's why it's super important to go to a reputable artist who uses good ink. The ingredients in tattoo ink vary a lot. Some are made from organic compounds, while others contain metal-based pigments to give them extra vibrancy. Ever noticed that red ink tends to fade faster than black, or that some colors hold up better over time? That's because different pigments break down at different rates. And let's not forget about external factors, things like sun exposure, skin type, and even how you take care of your tattoo all affect how well it ages. If you don't use sunscreen, UV rays can cause your ink to fade faster. On the flip side, keeping your skin moisturized and protected can help keep your tattoo stay fresh and bright for years. Tattoo technology is always improving, and these days there are tons of ink options out there, including vegan-friendly and hypoallergenic varieties. So if you're worried about harsh chemicals or allergic reactions, don't stress. There are plenty of safe and skin-friendly choices available. The art of tattooing isn't just about the design or the artist's skill. It's also about the science of ink, how your body responds to it, and how you take care of your masterpiece. Whether you're getting your first tattoo or adding to your collection, knowing a little bit about what's going into your skin can help you make the best choices for a tattoo that'll look amazing for years to come. Tattoos might seem like they just sit under your skin forever, but there's actually a lot going on behind the scenes, or under the surface. Once the ink is deposited into the dermis, your immune system immediately jumps into action. White blood cells called macrophages rush in, trying to clean up what they see as a foreign invader. Normally, these cells engulf unwanted substances and carry them away, but tattoo pigment is a different story. Instead of clearing it out, these little warriors hold on to the ink, trapping it in place, and essentially locking your tattoo into your skin. But that's not the only way your ink stays put. Some of the pigment also gets absorbed by fibroblasts, which are the skin cells responsible for keeping your connective tissue in check. These cells act like a backup storage system, making sure your tattoo remains anchored. And here's where things get even cooler. As time goes on, some macrophages will eventually die off and release the pigment they were holding on to. But before your body can flush it out, new macrophages come along and scoop the pigment back up, like a never-ending game of hot potato with your tattoo ink. This continuous process, combined with the deep placement of ink and the large size of the pigment particles, is why tattoos don't just fade away completely. For professional tattoo artists, choosing high-quality ink is everything. The better the ink, the longer it stays vibrant and crisp. But it's not just about the ink itself. Accessories like ink pigment cups help artists control and apply colors more effectively, ensuring smooth, even application. Thanks to advancements in pigment technology, today's tattoo inks are stronger and safer than ever. Some are designed to resist fading from UV exposure, while others are formulated to break down less over time. reducing the risk of unwanted chemical byproducts. Plus, the color range has exploded. Artists now have access to an insane variety of shades, making hyper-realistic and super detailed tattoos possible. And for those worried about skin reactions, many modern inks are being developed with biocompatibility in mind, meaning they're safer and less likely to cause irritation. At the end of the day, tattoos aren't just about an artist putting ink on skin. It's a whole science of how pigments interact with the body and how technology is evolving to make tattoos last longer, look better, and stay safer for everyone. The longevity of a tattoo depends on a mix of factors, from the quality of the ink to how well you take care of your skin. First off, ink quality matters a lot. High-quality pigments stay vibrant longer and resist fading better, especially with newer ink technology that's designed to stand up against UV exposure. But even the best ink won't last if it's not placed at the right depth. If a tattoo artist deposits ink too shallow, it fades quickly because of skin regeneration. Go too deep and the ink can blur, making the design look messy over time. Where you get inked also makes a difference. Some areas of the body, like hands, feet, and elbows, go through a lot of friction, stretching, and sun exposure, making tattoos in these spots fade faster than those in more protected areas like your ribs or upper arms. Speaking of sun exposure, UV rays break down tattoo pigments, which is why sunscreen is your best friend if you want your ink to stay fresh. Your immune system plays a role too. Some people's bodies naturally work harder to remove foreign substances, including tattoo ink, which can cause a tattoo to fade faster. And when it comes to colors, black and dark blue tend to hold up better over time, while lighter colors like yellow, pink, and white fade quicker. Complex, highly detailed designs may also blur faster than bold, simple tattoos. Taking care of your skin and overall health is a game changer. Staying hydrated, eating well, and following a good skincare routine helps keep your skin in top shape, which helps maintain the clarity of your tattoo. And of course, tattoos naturally age over time, even with the best care. Some fading and softening of lines is inevitable. One of the biggest factors in tattoo longevity is how well you take care of it from the start. Proper aftercare, like keeping the tattoo clean, moisturizing, and out of the sun during the healing phase, prevents fading, infection, or scarring, all of which can mess up the final look. Good aftercare equals a long-lasting, great-looking tattoo. Tattoos are often seen as forever, but that doesn't mean they'll stay looking crisp and fresh forever. The reason tattoos stick around is that the ink is deposited deep into the dermis, the second layer of skin. The body can't easily break down these large pigment particles, which is why tattoos don't just fade away like a temporary marker. But over time, tattoos do change. Sun exposure, your body's natural immune response, and just plain getting older can cause the ink to fade, blur, or even spread out a bit, altering the original design. UV rays are also a tattoo's worst enemy, so if you want your ink to last, sunscreen is a must. And while tattoos are meant to be permanent, they can be removed, sort of. Laser treatments break the ink into smaller particles that your body can flush out, but it's not an instant fix. Complete removal isn't guaranteed, and how well it works depends on things like how old the tattoo is, the colors used, and even your skin type. Some colors, like black, are easier to remove, while others, like bright greens and blues, are more stubborn. So, while tattoos are designed to last a lifetime, their appearance can change over the years, and if you ever decide you want one gone, removal is possible, but not always easy. Tattoos might look cool, but there's more to think about than just the pain. Without proper care, infections and allergic reactions can happen. Plus, did you know tattoos can swell or burn during MRI scans? And if you think removal is an easy fix, think again. It's expensive, painful, and takes forever. While tattoos are becoming more accepted as art and self-expression, make sure you're in it for the long haul before you commit. Thinking about getting ink? Drop a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more.